Hey y'all, thanks for coming to the channel. I'm D-Mortal. This first video is kind of going to be like a Q&A type thing while I figure out this game. I have played this game physically, well not physically, on Switch and Xbox.
Let's get 'em.
But this is the first time for PC. And that's something I was wanting to kind of do, because I like PC gaming sometimes, in some aspects. Just depends on the game, realistically. But figured the good thing to do would be some Q&A stuff. I have a Not Gonna Lie account that you're welcome to send me questions on. I'll have that in the description there, the link for that, as well as welcome to join my gaming Discord server. The main form of game that I play is Cardfight Vanguard and other trading card games, if y'all have heard of that.
Nice work, students. As you
But
know, we've been having some trouble with the security network in this area. We need boots on the ground to investigate. That means you, team. Onward!
it's nice that they actually made this one. Like, I know it came out 10 years ago, but that actually sounds like Mr. Porter. On the Switch and Xbox, the voice acting for Mr. Porter doesn't really sound like him. Oh well. But I have my partner R here, who's gonna read me off some questions that have been asked on the Not Gonna Lie, and we'll just go from there.
Let's see, the first one will go, what's your biggest hobby?
Trading card games and some other forms of gaming outside of doing psychology stuff. Like, the main thing I like when it comes to psychology is the aspects of mental health and our understanding for other people. Because I feel kind of like we don't give enough to other people. Overall. Just like, I don't know. Like, we don't really think of others as much and what they could be going through overall. If that makes any sense.
If you could have any superpower but a useless one, what would it be?
Oh, realistically, any power could be useless. X-ray vision? That would be pretty useless, I think. Like, you can make use of it one way or the other, but my thoughts is that's quite useless.
It is pretty useless.
Like, I don't know. I guess it just depends on the situations.
Yeah, because it could be useful to see people's locations.
Then there's also like invisibility. That can be pretty useless too. And shape-shifting, that can be pretty useless. But I think X-ray vision is probably the most useless one that you could probably have. Unless you want to also be a perv. Which, this world has way too many of those.
Right for next one. Would you get back with your ex?
Not right now. I have my partner here and I don't plan to leave them anytime soon. Nor do I think they plan to leave me. But not all my exes are bad ones. Maybe some childish, but where's the fun in always being adult? Like, relationships are hard as it is. Like, you want to do stuff, but you also have to go by what's okay with your partner. Sometimes you need to do, like, check-ins and all this other stuff at time periods. I don't really get it too much. But I'm probably more closer to being aromantic than I am asexual. And for those who don't understand, aromantic is those who don't have a sense of romantic feelings for others. To where asexual is the same thing, but for sexual feelings. Damn.
If you could switch lives with any fiction character for a day, who would it be?
For a single day, that would suck. Why can't we just switch lives in general?
Right.
That would be a lot better. Like, that would be a lot more fun to do. And just be like, okay, cool. I'm going to switch lives with X because I don't know. Switching lives with this person. If I had to choose on who to switch lives with, for a day, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not very long, is it?
No, it's not. Which is the stupid thing. Like, would love for it to be longer. Like, switch lives for a week. That's a lot better. At least. Get a break from everyday life, from the current life. That would be a lot more interesting, entertaining. And also can help out with a lot more issues. Unless a lot of things happen within one day. That's just like, what the frick? Yes, I said frick, not fuck. YouTube. Y'all's YouTube. And it wasn't very long. So far, this hasn't been very long, so. We're gonna catch words every once in a while. Because, yeah, YouTube sucks. And yes, I'm posting this onto a platform that I just said sucks. They suck hard time with all this shit going on. And their desire to censor everybody and everything. Like, it's ridiculous. Well, censor the people that aren't all for hurting other people. I remember Anthony Padilla having his video with the creator with one of the CEOs of YouTube. They're like, oh yeah, we're all for protecting and minimizing the harm. It's like, are you though? Are you? Because it doesn't seem like that. It seems more like you're just letting whatever will pay more go through. Because money is king.
Capitalism, baby.
Yeah, which is so stupid. It's one thing I hate the most about this world. Like, it really, really sucks. It's either someone ends up owning something or someone, and they get to do whatever, or people just end up fighting over each other and destroying everything. It's crazy how much pain and destruction that a simple concept can have. As well as the lack of understanding for things. Like, so y'all know, I am non-binary. I use they, them, and its pronouns. And the lack of understanding people have towards just being non-binary or transgender in general, which, yes, being non-binary for me is also being trans. I have gone through hormone replacement surgery, not surgery, therapy. Oh, I wish I could go through gender reassignment surgery, but no. That would take quite some time. These things are great for using as a to boost up the number of counters that you need. Because, like, 2 hits is all I can take of a Beowulf. Before my aura depletes completely and I die. Oh yeah, you don't understand the concept of that, do you? When it comes to the RWBY universe.
What?
Aura.
No, the only thing I know about aura is aura farming.
So, with the RWBY universe, our life energy, we're able to use that as a way for protecting ourselves as well as powering things around us. It's like a form of magic that was left over after the gods end up leaving the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I do specify leaving, and I lightly use the word gods. Because, if you watch the show, those who have watched the show understand, we can't really call the brothers gods. Yeah, they're powerful. They wiped out all life on the planets and whatnot, but at one point, but it's still like, ugh. What good have they come across? They created a species, multiple species, and then decided, hey, yeah, the thing we created is rebelling against us because we're not giving them what they want, because we have rules that we made with each other, not rules that we can't break throughout order and whatnot, but no, rules we made to each other to not do things like bring someone back from the dead. Yeah, we're not allowed to bring someone back from the dead. Why? Because we agreed with each other we wouldn't cross each other's boundaries. But the boundaries are kind of lax in its own sense. Let's see. I don't use ultimate attacks as much, so let's do that one and increase my aura rate. But yeah, it's basically your life energy as a thing, but it's not just that it can be used to protect you. It can combine with this mineral in the world known as dust. Dust is a powder. It is a solid mass. It is a liquid in some cases. And, like, they use it for everything. It powers technology. It powers the bullets for the weapons. And there's multiple different forms of dust. There's water dust. Well, technically ice. Ice dust / water dust. Electrical dust. Air, earth, fire. In some cases, you can mix some things in to make gravity dust. It's like multiple things. I know you're not much for like anime.
I like some of them.
I don't have a mustache, Mr. Porter. Don't tell me to stow my mustache wax.
I like the more violent and action-packed ones.
Yeah, the violent ones aren't bad.
Like Attack on Titan's pretty damn good.
There we go.
Parasite I liked. I used to watch that.
Oh yeah, I like Parasite a lot. That one was so heartwarming.
Inuyasha. Inuyasha's the classic.
I grew up with Inuyasha, but it was not something I was allowed to watch.
Yeah, I used to watch it on Adult Swim all the time.
I wasn't allowed to watch Adult Swim, anything on it.
Yeah, I figured not. You want to go on with the question?
Yeah, I lost track of what I was saying. Focusing on these Beowulfs. Yeah, so, like, the Grimm in this, they resemble animals, right? Kind of. Like, some case humanoid, like these Beowulfs. And in some cases it resembles mythology and things. But, they were created by one of the so-called gods. And only because the other god created life, other species,
What
on
does
the
your
planet.
ultimate do?
Oh, when I get a bunch of things around me, I'll show you.
Halfway point, team.
I don't really like using the ultimate too much. It's kind of cheap shot. Just a spin attack that damages everything around.
Hell yeah.
It can get stronger, yeah. Like I said, these guys are great because there's actually a thing where you have to try counter 100 times to be able to unlock one of the skills that you can get. So, Beowulfs are great for that. As well as there's a thing for using your ultimate a bunch of times. But I don't... That one's easier to do if you just literally just keep building your ultimate up. And then just releasing it.
Says it's still somewhere around.
Yeah, it's that. And dead. RWBY is so fun. Like, if I had to swap lives for with a day with a character, it'd probably be RWBY. Just because of how fun she is. Yeah, I get she's like young and kid. Throughout the whole series, she's not very old. The series takes all 9 volumes take place within a 2-3 year time span. So, and we start off with her being 13, 14 years old. So, like, yeah. She ends up leading a team of people, one of those being her sister. Which ends up having to stop the world from being destroyed by someone who's been alive since the gods were around. That the gods are like, yeah, you didn't listen to our rules and you didn't care for our boundaries. So we're going to make you immortal because you want to be with someone who is long dead, and we'll never let you do that. Like, that's a dick move.
gods in most mythologies are dicks.
Yeah, that's why I'm like hard to call them gods.
Fuck, if you look at Norse mythology, they're fucking awful to each other.
Yeah, even Greek mythology.
Yep, any mythology really, all you got smack.
Yeah. But like, these gods itself is fucked up. Oh no, we don't want to refund that. We'll swap to another character. Weiss. Oh shit, I'm starting at the end. No thank you. We need to go through that from the beginning. Yeah, that's a fun thing when it comes to this game. If you die, you'll start off from like a certain point before you died. Before, like if it's there during the end, it's literally the entrance of that.
Yeah, like
But
most games.
But any of the little pieces that you pick up that have extra XP, because there's 4 chess pieces within each level, they will all respawn if you come back from death. So you have to go back and collect those. In which case, going back and collecting those does not revive the enemies that you've taken out.
So you literally just gotta run around again.
Yeah, you run backwards just to come back forward. The issue is, in some levels, it's kind of blocked off, so you can't do that.
I'd say it seems kind of boring to just run around with no enemies as well. It seems kind of redundant.
Yeah. And like, the aura also gives a person, I forgot to mention this, a ability. If you have unlocked your aura, you can also unlock a ability that's unique to a person and or unique to a bloodline. It's called a semblance. And this character's ranged attack is her semblance. It's called glyphs. She's able to summon a pattern that will have different ramifications. She mainly uses it as ice, but she can mix it with dust to do fire, gravity, earth.
Gravity seems like it do the most damage.
Her glyphs are also able to summon creatures that's made from her own aura. It does take up her aura, because like every person has a limit on how much aura they're able to expend. And using her glyphs does take her aura in the anime, because that is her semblance. And so like, she's also able to do time dilation, where her glyphs for that short spot is able to either stop time or move forward in time. She cannot reverse time. Now that would be cool if she could, like, temporarily reverse time.
Yeah, like Prince of Persia style.
The fun thing is, this character, Weiss is based off of Snow White.
Oh yeah?
Schnee is German for snow. Well, no. Weiss, I think it translates to Snow White in German. And her father is a dick. Like, I don't know who I want to be around more. Her father or one of the 2 gods of this anime, of the show. I can't say anime because this is a cartoon. There is an animated version, like made Japan anime version, that's based all around Weiss herself and her mindscape. But it's her father. He doesn't get enough. He doesn't get enough. He gets what's coming to him. I'll say that. He gets the ultimate what's coming to him. But that's not enough for how big of a fucking dickwad he is. like, this is not really a spoiler. Her father married into her family, married her mother for money, and then bullied her mother, and had 3 children, which each child he tried to morph into himself. And the older 2, Weiss and her older sister, he wasn't able to do that too. And then his youngest kid, Whitney, he was able to kind of manipulate into being him, which made strains between Weiss and Whitney, because Whitney is just like a version of her father that's close to being a dick, but an unknowing dick, as well as the bullying of her mother just leads her mother to just do nothing but drink. Her mother could do something and is strong because Weiss, the mom's side of the family, are all fighters and whatnot. But because of the father, she was never able to do too much. And the one who founded her family's company was a fighter, also known as a hunter. And like, that ended up weighing on not just the way the father, Jock, took himself out on everyone.
Of course his name is Jock.
Yeah, Jacques Snee. He didn't even just take it out just on the kids and his wife. He took it out on everyone. Their servants, a whole race. Thanks to him and his prejudices, the hate on the Faunus, which is a half human, half animal race.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about that.
Yeah, the prejudice on them is just as bad as the prejudice is the race issue in our world is, if not worse. Like, think of Australia, but for an entire race. Instead of it being a prison continent, an entire race.
With Australia's pretty chill, actually.
Yeah, but it started off as a prison continent.
Yeah, it did.
But instead of that, think of it as...
The wildlife ain't chill.
No. And that's the thing. The continent that the Faunus in this cartoon have, that they were given, only 1/4 of it is habitable. 3/4 is inhabitable.
Pretty much Australia.
Yeah, and deadly.
Sounds just like the land down under.
Mm-hmm. The fun thing about this anime, I don't know why I keep saying anime. The fun thing about the cartoon is, like, it's not queerphobic. Like, you see people with same-sex partners, you know of trans people. Well, there are some people who are queerphobic, but there's not too many. One of the characters we meet later on, you don't know they're trans until a situation happens and they openly note that they they left their family because their family abandoned them because their family wanted them to be this boy, but they're like, no, I showed the world I am not their son, so they can't claim, so I'm not gonna stand by them as their daughter. It's like, yeah, why would someone want to save people who want nothing but the worst for them?
Right.
That's like something that I feel not enough people get when it comes to like political stuff too. The whole, oh, we can agree to disagree. Why would I want to agree to disagree with people who want me dead?
Right.
That's just saying, okay, cool. I'm fine with you taking me out sometime. You're welcome to try your hand at killing me. I'm fine with that. Who the fuck would be fine with that? Like, yeah, someone who wants a challenge for, like, a physical contest or whatever. But that's a different type of situation. That's like, alright, cool. Gonna fight in an arena type of thing. And like,
Is it directional parry or just if you press the button, no matter where it is, you'll
their counter?
Yeah.
They have to have the thing above them.
Okay,
to
so
show.
you have to be facing them?
No. You'll just run over. You're ice queen because you're just cold. You're just overwhelmingly cold.
Ooh.
I got double swiped.
Yeah, they don't like you very much. Is her ultimate the same thing? Probably not, huh? That.
Ice burst. I had to upgrade it to make it better. Downstairs.
How old is this game?
About 10 years old.
Seems about right.
This is the easy portion of the game. Really easy. With Beowulfs, you actually need to counter them because they will block your attacks. They can only block so much at a time, but they do block your attacks.
Yeah, I've noticed.
They still take damage from blocking because they can't just not take damage. I can't remember what these things are called.
I'm about to say it's not blocking that very well.
No, that's not a Beowulf. Now, an alpha Beowulf's coming up in this.
Mm-mm.
There we go. Let's get a counter going. And the Beowulfs will go after whatever hits them, or whatever's right in front of them. So if you have like multiple targets in front of them, they'll go after whoever one hits them. If I had a higher aura level, I could show you their full attack. Because they do one swipe, two swipe, and then swipe flurry. Of about 6 swipes.
Yeah, you can barely take 2 hits from her.
Yeah. as a hunter grows up, hunter or huntress goes up, they end up learning how to. Oh, that's the alpha.
He's got some help.
He does a lot more flurry swipings if possible. I just know how to beat them. Because with the alpha, it's best to do counters. Alright. And then unlike Ruby, she doesn't have as much when it comes down to customizability when it comes to her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There is a max level a character could be at in this game. And the max level does stop. Oh. No.
Wait, you can't even play more of the game without buying it?
Oh, that's lame. Boo.
So what do you have, just a demo?
I guess so. Well, I guess that's the end of this video. Later, y'all, if you want to ask me some more questions, I will have the I'm Not Gonna Lie link down below, as well as link to my Discord server if you ever want to talk to me directly or play some games with me.